Makar Quadash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elected nation of Israel. This is going to be a lesson on how women always desire and seek after men's help in times of chaos, man. Yet in times of peace, they are very disrespectful, man. And this is going to be another example with this news article that I came across today, right, where a woman was running down the canal, and then she was murdered while she was running down the canal, man. And what you end up reading, what I ended up reading here, decided to make me do this video, man, which shows that when all hell breaks loose, a man is going to become more precious than fine gold, man. All right, so here's the part that made me decide to do this video, man. It says Charlie Kelly from Waterways said he was working with a colleague named Colin on the day Miss Murphy was killed. When they were approached by two women who were very distressed, looking agitated, Mr. Kelly said the women pleaded for help and that there was a woman being attacked by a man at a scene about halfway down the stretch of canal. So here it is. That would have been three women against one man, right? But those women did not feel emboldened to try and get involved in that mix to help themselves, right? Because they were too worried about their own health and their own safety, man, right? They were too worried about their own safety, and they knew that they couldn't do anything. All they could do is run and find men to help, right? Yeah, if potentially you would have asked some of these same women if men are valuable in the world, there's a potential that they, before they saw this happen, would have said no, right? But those two women's lives have been changed forever from what they saw that day, man, especially how they will know now what ended up happening in regard to this woman. And this ain't no video of me necessarily even laughing about any of this, but this is just a warning to you women out there that the world is not safe, man, right? The world is not safe, and people are gonna understand that for real in the time to come, man. Right? They're gonna understand it for real in the time to come. Right now, people don't really believe that information. They don't really believe it, man. Right? Let me go to this. It says a witness has told a murder trial in Ireland how he spotted Ashling Murphy's body after he was alerted to the scene by two distressed female runners while he was cleaning a canal. So here it is, these two women were doing what she was doing. She went for a jog down the canal, which I personally wouldn't recommend for any woman to do, because canals are normally, if they're not in the central part of a city, they're very secluded, man. They're dark at certain points in there, even in the daytime. And if you're a person that don't know how to defend yourself properly, you shouldn't be putting yourself in a locations where people will be able to easily attack you for whatever reason they might want to do so, man. Right? So that's ultimately a message for women. Don't be putting yourselves in places where there's a risk of harm coming to you, man, where there's not many witnesses, man. Right? And even though there was witnesses in this particular case, they didn't help at the time when it was happening. Had that have been two men that saw, they might have helped, right? They might have helped right there and then. Maybe, man. And that's why we tell people, man, that is spiritual with all of these things. Because if your spirit is not inclined towards Yahweh, he ain't gonna feel the need to defend you from people that out there. Because even men, we ain't got no superpowers to where if a man that's stronger than us or anyone that's stronger than us wants to do us harm, we can't just escape out of that of our own might. We ain't got it like that. We ain't got it like that, man. But men have got more ability to do that than women have, right? And like I said before, it's not even this video isn't even about this particular woman. This is just an example of where you can't let your pride put you in situations where you shouldn't be, man. You should be trying to keep yourself away from harm, you know? A witness has told a murder trial in Ireland how he spotted Ashling Murphy's body after he was alerted to the scene by two distressed female runners while he was cleaning a canal. Primary school teacher Ms. Murphy, 23, was killed while exercising along a canal walkway in Tullamore Cole Offaly. So you shouldn't be, you can't be, you gotta keep yourself safe, man. For all you women out there, you Israelite women out there, don't be doing silly things like running around and jogging and doing exercise stuff like that in places where it's dark, right? In places where there's not that many people. Now you can get proud if you want to and say, oh, I should be able to do this, I should be able to do that, right? Us men, we should be able to have multiple wives, but that's not the society that we're living in right now, right? We should be able to not have people bear false witness on us, but that ain't what it is either. We should be able to have people not steal from us, but that ain't what the society that we're living in is. This ain't the kingdom of heaven, man. This ain't the kingdom of heaven where people don't do things that they're not supposed to be doing. This is the place where people do anything that's in their power if they think they can get away with it, man. That's where we're living now, right? And this is just one example of how a man's gonna become more precious than fine gold, man. Because when the women saw this taking place, they didn't jump into action and help. They looked for a man to help. They looked for men to help, man. They ran up to them men, was probably as humble as they've ever been in their life, and was asking for help. They was asking for help, man. Right? They asked for help. They didn't get in it themselves, man. Let me see if I can read this last bit again. Charlie Kelly from Waterways said he was working with a colleague named Colin on the day Miss Murphy was killed, when they were approached by two women who were very distressed, looking agitated. Mr. Kelly said the women pleaded for help and that there was a woman being attacked by a man at the scene about halfway down the stretch of canal. Now, people might be saying, oh, this guy can't talk, might try and mock how I'm talking all this, but I don't really care about that, man. Because these are some of the reasons why people get harmed anyway, man, because people are proud in this world, man. And I ain't even saying that that's what this woman did, but Yahweh decided that this was her judgment, man. So ain't nothing that I can say, that you can say, that changes things in that matter. Right? Anyone that's ever died or ever will die, Yahweh decided that that was going to happen. And it doesn't matter whether we don't like the way how it happened. That's the way he decided that it was going to happen, man. And that's still the rule, even if it's me that ends up perishing in some way that don't sound very nice. And whether it's you that perishes in a way that don't sound very nice either. Now, let me read some more. It says, Mr. Kelly said when he heard a bike mentioned, he initially thought two people had collided with each other. Two cyclists who arrived on the scene turned back as they would get there faster than he or his colleague would on foot, Mr. Kelly told the court. Mr. Kelly said he saw the bicycle at the scene first and then saw a pink hat. He said one of the cyclists was on the phone. He said he saw through the hedges a woman's body in a GAA tracksuit, and that one of her legs was up against a tree stump. I knew she was dead. There was a very little color. I'm not gonna read the rest of that, man. Right? I'm not gonna read the rest of that because I don't want to get this thing taken. I don't know if it will get taken down or whatever, man. But you can see what it says there, man. All right, but the point of this video was that when things go down, right? When things go down, women always seek men out for comfort and for safety, not the other way around, man. So all you women out there, be humble, man, because the world's dangerous, man. I'm going to end the video there. All praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect to the nation of Israel. Shalom.